Hello and welcome to this 2K Sports presentation of the WNBA.
We'll watch the Connecticut Sun in this one as they go up against the Minnesota Lynx.
Here with Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi, I'm Blake Suniga, and it's good to have you with us.
And already, this Minnesota crowd is fired up. There's some serious buzz in the building tonight.
Oh, you know, when we were just walking into this arena, we could sense the intensity in here. The fans, the players, everybody bringing a little extra to this one.
And so for the Sun, remember, they were able to come out on top in their season series last season, winning 2 of their first 3 matchups against Minnesota.
You guys brought your seatbelts. These teams fly up and down the floor.
I'm strapped in. I locked in. I'm ready to go. This is a matchup I've been looking forward to. I love these fast-paced ones.
Yeah, me too. But the big question is, who can slow the other one down? I also think dictating the pace is going to be key right here.
Here's Heidemann. Smith, guarded by Charles. Pass to Nelson Adota. Clock at 6. To the right side. And stolen by Smith. And just about a minute into this first quarter. Now here is Queen. Screen by Smith. From deep three-point range, Queen misses. Left side, Charles. And stolen by Smith. To the middle. Queen goes up high for the two-hand dunk.
That's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam on the other end.
It really was a case of great defense triggering some instant offense.
And she sure is causing some havoc out there.
Inside, here's Nelson Adota. And she takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Crafty pass work, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
Here's Minnesota. Pass to Shepard. And here's Queen. Smith, guarded by Charles. The jump hook. Shot's good by Smith.
By using that 6'4" length, Alana Smith converts down low.
Off target at the rim. Pass to Queen. Shepard. Here's Collier. Nails the baby hook.
Inside, Collier can be so consistent. And her talents as a shooter make it look easy.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Look at this Sun roster. There are a lot of new faces.
The leading scorer, DeWanna Bonner, is gone. They also lost Alyssa Thomas, Dejanay Carrington, Brianna Jones, 3 players who spent their entire careers with Connecticut. So it's a new day for the Sun.
Misses the 3. Connecticut trailing. Here's Morrow. Charles the screen. Just 4 to shoot. And again, no good by Connecticut. Here's Minnesota. Here's Heidemann. Second chance shot. And that's 2 points on the layup.
She was the first one to react to that miss. I mean, that's just a hustle play on the putback.
And they've been struggling here offensively.
Bit of a dry spell for sure.
Rivers. They get it back. And the foul called on Nafisa Collier. That's her first foul.
First team foul.
Pass to Morrow. Rivers.
You know, they've had their chances to score inside, but they're having trouble just converting them.
And defense or not, those are some shots they've got to make. I mean, they're missing some bunnies.
Takes the three. Drills the three-pointer.
Knows how to move the ball around the floor. Shepard is pretty good at finding her targets.
They need to stop this run.
I think it's time to switch things up, either by going to the bench or with a different look defensively.
And the Lynx pushing it up now. Shot's good by Smith.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening frame.
If they match that effort at the defensive end, look out.
And here's Connecticut. They trail by 11. To the left side wing. Pass to Nelson Adota. Here's Charles. Covered by Smith. A nice shot by Charles.
A reliable interior scoring option. Charles plays with power and poise around the rim.
Here's Shepard. Now here's Smith. Beyond the arc. He can't hit that time.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That'll get the ref's attention.
You know, they need to start taking care of the ball. Careless play since we started this game, since the opening tip.
Yeah, 4 turnovers, and it's still very early. They've got to make the simple play.
Now here is Queen. She's got 7. Pass to McBride. Collier. Guarded by Charles. Count that bucket.
This has been a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring from the paint.
You know, really, that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to drop shots there.
Outside Charles. And here's Nelson Adota. And here's Charles. Covered by Collier. Just 5 to shoot. Charles, no good.
The defense can't make a habit of giving her that shot. She just doesn't miss many of them.
And so she draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
First team foul.
And with the WNBA season at 44 games total, it's paramount for these teams to get off to a hot start.
I mean, one slow month out of the gate can sink your entire season. Every game matters that much more.
And that shows up in the intensity of these early games. These players know there's no easing into the season.
And that one misses. And she's good on the second. It's stolen by Queen. Down low. And that one's good. Collier.
And there are more points onto an early lead that just keeps on growing.
And a nice lead it is. And it's no mystery how they've done it. They are attacking that bucket.
Now here's Charles. And she lays it straight in.
I love her confidence. We've seen it right from the opening tip.
And here are the Lynx now. McBride outside. Pass to Collier. Great D that time from Tina Charles. Covered by Collier. Left side, Charles. Uses the glass that time, and it's good.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates on the same page.
All into her late 30s, Tina Charles continues to be one of the best scorers in the league.
I mean, it's just incredible how she's aged. Charles led the league in scoring during her 11th season in the WNBA.
She has been unconscious this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Screen by Charles. Over Collier. No good, off front iron. To the paint, McBride. One up, one down. She makes her first shot in this game.
There's a pattern taking shape. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Yeah, 4 of their last 5 baskets have been of exactly that variety.
Pass to Charles. And stolen by Nafisa Collier. Here's McBride. Yes, and it's Nafisa Collier with the assist that time.
Defensively, they have got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, still early, but you're right. They need to bump up the intensity on defense.
The Sun on offense. 17-point game. She's guarded by Williams. Now Morrow. 6 on the shot clock. Can they get it? And it's Charles missing. Here's Queen. Off target from outside. She's guarded by Williams. Good on the bucket.
Well, that pick, it worked like a charm. A nice job taking it right to the tin for the layup.
And here are the Lynx now. The lead is 15. Pass to Queen. Lets it go. And the rebound goes to the Sun. Some tough offensive sets, and they really want to turn it around.
They got to lock in and need a basket just to regain some momentum.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Back to Charles. Shot clock at 5. Here's Nelson Adota. And there's the rejection. Here's McBride. Oh, no good on the buzzer beater. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. The Lynx on top, up by 15. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Well, not exactly a neck-and-neck game, but as the second quarter starts, there is plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Lynx, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Defense paying dividends for them through 1.
Coach has to be happy about their effort on that end. Just a lot of hustle.
Edwards misses.
She's a very strong finisher, guys. I'm surprised that she wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Out of bounds, it'll be Sun ball.
That is an unforced error if I've ever seen one, guys. Just not an ideal pass.
Now Allen, outside Mabry. Pass to Allen. Here's Marshall. To the inside. It's stolen by Carrington. Collier inside. She's covered by Allen. Tries yet again. And a foul on the shot. She'll go to the stripe for 2.
First personal foul.
And now look at the upcoming schedule for the Connecticut Sun. On Sunday, they're taking on the Dream in Atlanta. Then on Tuesday, they head back home to host the Dallas Wings.
What a great opportunity it is for this team to take a step forward. Some tough road games coming up, but that's the kind of stretch that can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their confidence.
First free throw is good. She hits both from the stripe. Hartley with it. Pass to Allen. Back to Hartley. Outside Mabry. Edwards with the screen. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Allen. From deep. And that's collected by Kayla McBride. Courtney Williams for 3. And the rebound goes to the Sun. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's Allen. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And it's rejected. And here are the Lynx now. A 17-point lead, and it's their biggest. And she finishes nicely on the layup.
Yeah, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look.
Outside Mabry. Pass to Hartley. Fires the 3. That one's off. She starts the game with a miss. So the Lynx now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Here's Kayla McBride from the arc. Marshall grabs the board.
Hard to figure out why she didn't bury that one. Not a defender near her.
Outside Mabry. Pass to Allen. Shoots over Williams. And again, Connecticut no good. Now the Lynx with it. 19-point game. Count it.
Finding a way to score down low. Collier can score with her left or right. Makes her very difficult to track and guard.
And about 3 minutes played now in this second quarter. And they could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Yeah, too many empty possessions. I mean, it's simple. They need points. They've gotten a lot of extra possessions because of their rebounding effort.
It's been a lot, and I think it's made the difference in this game because they've done great work on the boards.
Took the opportunity when she saw it.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Now here's Allen. Quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game. Marina Mabry for 3. Rebound by the Lynx.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle today.
And control the boards has given them control of this game.
That one falls.
It's not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. Just too many looks from in close.
You know, usually when teams give up runs like this, it's because they allow chances from inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Now a timeout called by Connecticut. will make substitutions. Each trip down becoming more important.
Yeah, they need to string together some successful offensive possessions and play tough D.
Now here's Charles. 6 points for her. And out of bounds, the Lynx will take it. And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block right there.
Determined to protect the lead with all the effort they've got. Superb anticipation on the block.
And here are the Lynx now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Queen, shot is good.
And as they continue to dominate, you wonder just how much higher this lead might get.
And it really could get out of hand because their defense has been just as excellent as their offense.
Great overall game.
Now here's Hartley. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. That shot wide open.
Shooting a lot more threes here in the second.
And given their percentages, I'm not sure what they're doing. They've struggled to connect from outside.
Queen, shot is good.
She's got so many tricks in her bag. She will find a way to hurt you.
And it's Queen with the foul.
Number 3.
That's her first foul.
First team foul.
Outside Charles. There's a screen by Hartley. Down low. The shot's good on the assist by Tina Charles.
Well, Hartley lacks in length and physicality inside. She more than makes up with agility, a tremendous skill, and she finds a way through to get her shot.
Right outside. Pass to Collier. Over Charles. Collier can't get it to go.
Yeah, her touch has deserted her this quarter. Nowhere to be found.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Minnesota. Inside. Again, Minnesota.
Give credit where credit's due. Terrific assist inside.
And Connecticut has possession. Hartley outside. Pass to Nelson Adota. Now Charles. Covered by Collier. Charles, shot's good.
She's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. She can bring them back into this.
Right outside. Queen. Pulls it. Nelson Adota with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
For a player that shoots it as well as she does, I'd say that is an easy look.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, another foul will give her 3 before the half. So that's something to keep an eye on.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And here are the Lynx now. Pass to Shepard. Williams. Here's Shepard. That's tipped. Here's Morrow. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Rivers. From outside, off the mark.
She's having all sorts of problems with her shot.
Yeah, the words ice and cold come to mind with the way she's shooting the ball.
Pass to Nelson Adota. Now here's Charles. Queen covering. Smith outside. Now Heidemann. Courtney Williams for 3. That's in. She's got 2 made now, and she's shooting 2 for 3.
You know, there are certain players who shoot much better off a pass. Williams is one of them. Allows her to set her feet.
Pass to Charles. Rivers. And again, no good by Connecticut.
With her missing literally everything, everything she's put up today. You can see why the score is what it is.
Get another 3 for her. She's really been draining them here in the second.
And here's Morrow.
They set the pick. Charles, covered by Smith. To the paint. And she makes good on the layup.
Just really good awareness right there on the assist.
Now Heidemann. She hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Pass to Shepard. Now here's Williams.
On the wing, Alana Smith.
5 on the clock. Back to Williams. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by the Sun. Over to the left wing. Screen by Charles. Lets it fly. Again, the Suns score. So the Lynx now. Now here is Queen. She's got 15. For 3. Nelson Adota with the rebound.
And here are the Sun. And here's Morrow.
Pass to Charles. Shoots over Williams. What a play! She drains it at the buzzer.
Pretty shot with about a second to spare.
Yeah, and as the defending team, you can't stand giving up a shot like that to close out the quarter.
It's almost like you lose the possession.
A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. The Lynx on top, delivering the blowout. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter after the break. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close. And we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third started. Queen with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, in terms of her points in the first half, that's pretty much what we've come to expect.
Which tells you really all you need to know about what a strong talent she is. I mean, I'm going to bet that she adds a lot more to her totals after the break.
And Connecticut has possession. Morrow, covered by Collier. 5 to shoot. Pass to Morrow. Tina Charles for 3. Missed it. He's now made 6 of 10 from the field. Queen with the ball. Collier outside for 3. It's in and good for her 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Triples keep on falling, guys. 3 in a row now.
These defenders can't stay so soft on the perimeter.
Pass to Nelson Adota. To the middle. From down low. Charles Looks good, is good. That's her 7th basket in 12 attempts.
They need to get way more disruptive defensively. They just can't keep allowing these easy buckets. Get a little physical. Show some effort.
Defensively, that's job number 1. Effort, nothing easy inside.
Now here's Collier. 16 points for her. Smith. She hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
For the second chance points, they can be very important in Smith using her length down low.
Out to the wing. Pass to Nelson Adota. Now Charles. Over Smith. And that one hits back iron.
They start the second half 1 for 4.
Shepard with it. She's picked up by Charles. Nafisa Collier for 3. Shepard the screen. Nafisa Collier for 3. Again, Nafisa Collier missing. Pass to Heidemann. Collier outside. Nailed from three-point land.
That's been their bread and butter in the second half. They're really burying those long-range shots.
And as hot as they are, no need to play conservative. Keep firing away.
And here's Morrow. There's a screen. Charles, covered by Smith. Shoots from the right block, and it's Charles missing.
She's sort of lost in this quarter. Nothing's going right for her.
Back to Smith. Yep, that goes.
One aspect of their play today that's been far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow, it can be elusive, but the great offenses have it. And that's just what they've shown tonight.
Here's Nelson Adota. Pass to Charles. Over Smith. Charles no good.
She might have wore herself out with the performance in the last quarter. She hasn't had nearly the same kind of success in this one.
Now Collier. And she uses the glass on the layup.
What a mismatch it's been in the post. I mean, where's the defensive adjustment? They're just getting eaten alive out there.
Yeah, I agree. They got to come up with something. A double team, maybe a sub. This is getting ridiculous.
And it's Collier with the rebound.
A big lead for them, both on the scoreboard and the rebounding column.
Well, rebounding has been a big key, asserting their will, and they've taken control.
Smith. Here's Queen. It's good from long range.
That's just great ball movement.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with a purpose. The D has not been able to keep up.
Pass to Morrow. Here's Charles, covered by Smith. Now Queen. Here's Shepard. To the inside. Down low. Here's Charles. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Given Charles's impressive all-around game, she's certainly one of the league's toughest defensive assignments.
Pass to Collier. From the left block. And it's Minnesota scoring again.
Well, they can't ask much more of her than what she's done this quarter.
It's good.
Well, it's a good thing she showed up today because without her, they'd be in deeper trouble.
One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Pass to Heidemann. And here's Smith. Guarded by Charles. Here's Morrow. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Rivers. Queen covering. And she was camped there in the lane, and she gets a 3-second call. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
Man, they're in complete control.
Everything they're doing, it's been working out. Wow.
Williams sets the screen. Pass to Queen. Fires for three. Yes, and it's Nafisa Collier with the assist that time.
Three-pointers keep dropping. You sense the frustration mounting for these defenders, their coaches, their fans, everyone.
Yeah, they just have not been able to take that shot away.
Now Edwards. Covered by Collier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts up the 3. Rebounded by Nafisa Collier.
I'm sorry to say it, guys, but she's given them little to nothing at the offensive end.
Williams sets the screen. Pass to Queen. Puts up a 3. And the Lynx, another 3.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been by design or by accident, but either way, it's been impressive.
Maybe the coach just went up to the locker room chalkboard and just put a number 3 out there.
Inside, here's Edwards. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
No luck needed. It is working for sure. 5 of their last 6 field goals, they've come from inside the paint.
Smith outside. Screen by Smith. Deflects the pass. Now Morrow. Looking for her first basket still in this one. McBride covering.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Nelson Adota, covered by Smith. And the basket is good. Got it to go through the contact. So a free throw coming up. Opportunity for a three-point play. And the Sun making a change here.
1 shot.
1 shot.
And this has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a very nice job of extending their lead.
For 3, Kayla McBride goes back up. Blocked. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And you gotta be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this one.
Yeah, and really that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
Substitution. Number 13, Marshall.
On defense, the Sun. Let's go with a 3. Rhea Hartley with some nice D.
You look at the numbers for Marina Mabry. Just a consistent score.
Since her rookie year, it's double figures every year. And yes, we know Marina can shoot it, but there's more to the game of Mabry. She's added other elements.
And again, no good by Connecticut. Carrington outside. The three-pointer off the mark. And so here's Connecticut. Hartley outside. Pass to Mabry. Here's the 3. And it's Courtney Williams with the rebound. Here's Carrington. And a miss there on the triple.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
And there's the foul on the shot. She'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, the more we see Edwards, the more she'll figure out ways to get to the line.
For UConn, Aaliyah Edwards. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And she makes the first. Both shots good from the stripe. Now Now here's Williams. She's got 9. They set the screen. Just 5 on the clock.
Carrington up top.
McBride knocks down the 3 ball.
Can score from anywhere on the court, and McBride has really taken on that alpha personality type.
He gets it up. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Lynx ahead, just dominating this one. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Welcome back as the fourth quarter is right ahead. Not exactly a close contest here. There's a screen.
Left side, Carrington.
Launches a 3.
Edwards grabs the miss.
Well, despite her ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options.
Edwards with the screen.
And she floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, in that pick and roll, you really focus in on Mabry, her ability to shoot, so that can open up things for the pick person for her teammate.
Now here's Williams.
Carrington outside.
Back to Williams. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
You know, she might be 5'8", but Williams has tons of different ways to finish at the hoop. Hard to stop.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over 1 minute played. Pass to Allen. Now Charles.
Marina Mabry on the wing.
17-foot shot on the way. Rebound by the Lynx. Outside Williams. To the paint. Deflected.
It's stolen by Edwards.
Drops in the breakaway layup.
I mean, the D, they didn't even try to get back on the break.
Wouldn't have mattered, though, even if they did. No way anyone was beating her to the bucket there.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Outside Williams. 6 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Here's Carrington. Drills it from outside.
They're having so much trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either.
That'll kill you, a differential like that from beyond the arc.
Now here's Hartley. Mabry. McBride covering. To the inside. Charles. Yes, and a nice assist from Marina Mabry.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity, and they're getting excellent results.
You know, that's a winning formula, pounding the ball down low, being aggressive. You know, they're being very assertive offensively.
Here's Harrington. Outside Williams. No good on the triple. And Connecticut has possession. Here's Allen. Here's Edwards. The lead pass was put in just the right spot to produce the layup.
Some defensive breakdowns happening now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these high percentage shot attempts, it's not going to get it done. They need to figure it out.
Pass to Carrington. They set a pick. And out of bounds, the Sun will take it.
I think she was surprised to see that pass coming her way. She reacted too late.
Number 10, Olivia Nelson-Ododa.
And here's Connecticut. They've only given up 5 points here in the 4th quarter. Back to Edwards. Nelson-Ododa over McBride. And it's Courtney Williams with the rebound. Carrington outside. Back to Williams. The 3 does not get it. 3rd miss, and she's made 4 from the field. Marina Mabry for 3. And again, no good by Connecticut. Outside Williams. Shoots over Hartley. Makes the bucket. She's now got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 on the game.
She has shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves.
Pass to Charles. Now here's Edwards. Here's Nelson-Ododa. That one's in, coming off an assist from Aaliyah Edwards.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they keep allowing easy looks inside.
Williams with it. From the arc, the Sun pull it in.
Yeah, she didn't punish them for the weak coverage that time, but they just can't count on her missing.
Absolutely, Brian. She's got to go right back to that shot.
Charles, shot's good.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
Some great passing. They keep on finding the open teammate. Good ball movement.
And they're making this a runaway.
Yeah, the only question here for us to follow is how big the lead will eventually become.
McBride outside. Jacks up a 3. Rebound Marina Mabry. And Connecticut has possession. They've allowed just 7 points here in the 4th. Can't drop the tough 3-pointer.
This has been a brutal day for her. She still has not made one shot. Not a single one. No wonder they're struggling. There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Right wing. Outside Edwards. Mabry up top. Pass to Hartley. Clock at 6. Fires from deep. Offensive rebound. Tina Charles for 3. The shot, no good.
Well, she had 1 3 in the first half, but so far in the second, she's come up empty.
And it's good for 2.
Look at Carrington using her agility inside and using it to get to a point-blank shot.
Hartley, she's guarded by Williams. Pass to Charles. From past the arc. And it's Courtney Williams with the rebound. Here's McBride. Finished off the break.
Well, most of McBride's shots come from beyond the arc, but she certainly is not afraid to mix it up inside.
And here's Connecticut. And they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. They got to score.
Back to Mabry. To halt the run. Here's Nelson-Ododa. Tries again. Goes up again. And the layup is good.
What a plus it is to get those looks in the paint.
Now Williams. McBride outside. Back to Williams. Pass to McBride. It's good. The assist that time from Courtney Williams.
What a final quarter they're having from downtown. A bunch of threes falling for them.
And they might as well keep going back to the well. Work that perimeter while they're hot.
And work it to the final whistle.
Here's Nelson Adota. And here's Charles. Hartley outside. 6 on the shot clock. And she banks in the layup.
She's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting that ball to the rim.
McBride outside. Back to Williams. McBride outside. There's the three.
Aaliyah Edwards, strong defensive effort.
Down low. And stolen by Kayla McBride. Outside Williams. Carrington. Pass to McBride. Now Williams. Carrington outside. Here's McBride. The tray.
Back to Carrington.
McBride. Guarded by Charles. Here's Williams. Again, Minnesota.
Feels like the rest of basketball has forgotten about the mid-range game, not Williams. She still uses this part of the court.
Pass to Mabry. And there's a pick. Off target with the three.
The defense has nothing to worry about out there with her shooting because she just can't dial it in from deep this half.
Now here's Williams.
Carrington outside.
Lets it go from deep.
Nelson Adota with the rebound.
Now here's Hartley. So we see the Lynx taking the W here. The outcome of this one was never in doubt.
They were really putting out a supreme effort, and it felt like once they had this significant lead, they were not going to let it go.
So that's going to do it for this one, folks.
Drive home safely and see you against